Levack and Gaz here with you on 104.5 The Team and 104.5theteam.com. And this Saturday in Central New York, it's a matchup with one of the best rivalries in college basketball history. It's Syracuse versus Georgetown. Tip-off set for noon. And joining us now, former Syracuse Orange Star Eric Devendorf. And Eric, I feel like I should be calling you Coach Devendorf now. What's it like for you now to be around the Syracuse basketball program more so now than ever since you've been a player?
Oh, man, it's awesome. Everybody's family here, so I'm comfortable with everybody. And just learning the coaching side of things from, these four guys, Hop, B-Mac, Red, and obviously Coach Bayham, Hall of Famer. So, I'm trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can learning this side of things. And it's been great so far, man. I'm super happy.
Well, let's go back to that moment. Madison Square Garden, just a few weeks ago. You're sitting there now, not as a player, but as a coach, and you're close to the spot where you hit maybe one of the most memorable shots that didn't count in Madison Square Garden history. What was that moment like for you going back to that place?
Oh, it was pretty cool, man. Just, being back in the Garden and, feeling that atmosphere. Obviously, against UConn, it's always going to be a great atmosphere and a great environment. So, to be able to go back and experience that again, obviously on the other side of things, it's pretty special. And so, it was an exciting moment.
All right, we'll swing it back now to your time as a player. You've been a part of this rivalry that is Syracuse versus Georgetown. What makes this game so special?
Well, obviously, years and years of super competitive, intense games, with filled with NBA guys and super talented guys. So, tomorrow it's going to be no different. It's going to be a super competitive game. We got talented guys on both sides of the ball. So, we always look forward to the challenge, and hopefully we can come out and win that.
That's right. In Central New York tomorrow, it is Syracuse versus Georgetown. Tip-off set noon inside the Carrier Dome. Joining us now is former Syracuse basketball star Eric Devendorf. And even though Georgetown and Syracuse are no longer Big East Conference opponents, does it really hurt the rivalry at all?
No, I don't think so. Obviously, we're in both, like you said, two different conferences, but the rivalry is still there. You still have the history of both teams. So it's just, the same as when we played UConn the other week in the Garden. The history is there. So, the competitive nature and the intensity is still going to be there, especially for games like this, Georgetown and UConn. So it'll be there definitely.
And not only is there going to be that extra emotion you touched on, that extra fight from the guys that wanted to play hard against a rival, but also the emotion inside the Carrier Dome when the late Pearl Washington is going to be honored. Sneakers with the 31 Pearl, all different things going on. You can check out that information right now on 104.5theteam.com. Eric, what did Pearl Washington mean to the Syracuse basketball program? What did he mean to you?
Well, for me personally, I met Pearl my freshman year at the Garden, the Big East tournament, and, he came to me and said a few encouraging words, and, that stuck with me for the rest of my career. To have a legend like that who really started it off, if you ask me, at Syracuse University from the guard position, to come up and say those type of things to me as a freshman at that stage of my career was, super motivated. And then, just a couple summers back, he was with us, traveling with us with the Bayham's Army. So I got to know Pearl, outside of basketball more so during that summer. And we connected, a lot. So, it's good that everything is going on for Pearl because he deserves it. And we're looking forward to getting this victory for him.
Eric, we'll let you go on this. What can fans expect here in the Capital Region, 2 hours east of Syracuse, when they flip on or head out Carrier Dome to watch Syracuse versus Georgetown? What can they expect out of the Syracuse Orange basketball team?
Oh, we're just going to go out there and leave it on the court. We're going to play super competitive. It'll be intense out there. Play hard on both ends of the floor and just compete. We just want those guys to leave it out there on the floor, and we have to live with the result. If we can do that, then we'll be all right.
It's one of the best rivalries in college basketball. It gets renewed this Saturday at noon inside the Carrier Dome at Syracuse versus Georgetown. One of the great Syracuse basketball players, Eric Devendorf. Eric, thank you so much for the time this afternoon. Best of luck to your team, and go Orange.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you having me.